Padre Pio said that it'd be easier for the earth to survive without the sun than it would be for the earth to survive without the Mass. And we know how vital the sun is, for our survival here on earth. And we think about that, and it's kind of crazy that he would say, something that we do here at the church is more vital than that sun. And it's because it is here at the holy sacrifice of the Mass that we enter into that sacrifice with Jesus. And when the priest says those prayers of consecration, he is no longer holding in his hands bread. He is no longer holding in his hands a chalice full of wine. But there in the Eucharist is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of our Lord. It is not just a mere symbol of our Lord, but it is truly him present there. It is not just, us pretending to be doing the Last Supper, remembering that, but we truly are entering into that sacrifice, and our Lord is becoming present in the Eucharist in his fullness. It is no longer bread, it is no longer wine, but there is his body, blood, soul, and divinity. But when we look upon it, it just seems like common bread, common wine, and we can forget about this precious gift that our Lord has given us. The church has given us this great feast of Corpus Christi to remind us, to allow us to renew our faith in the Eucharist. Something that we should be doing constantly, reminding ourselves of that great gift. There's no other place that we can be in the presence of our Lord where he is present totally in his body, blood, soul, and divinity. And it doesn't matter, once we leave here, Jesus is still there in the tabernacle. He's waiting for us to come visit us. He's waiting for us to come celebrate the Mass. He's waiting for us to receive him in Holy Communion. What a beautiful gift. But so often, it's something that, we shove off to the side. Sometimes we think the most important part of Mass is, something else, whether it's the music, whether it's the priest giving the homily, maybe it's the readings you're looking forward to. But the most important words that you'll hear today is when the priest says the words of consecration. Now, this is my body. This is my blood. Because it's there that this ordinary bread and wine are transformed into our Lord in his body, blood, soul, and divinity. This is the most important thing that we can do in our entire life, is to come here and to celebrate the most holy sacrifice of the Mass. As Padre Pio was saying, it's easier for the earth to survive without the sun than it is the Mass. It's something that it can be hard for us to comprehend what is going on when we come here. What is contained in the Eucharist? It is something that no matter how much we read in books, we'll never come to that full understanding of what is contained there. We'll never come to a full understanding of how the Lord is working on us in our interior, whether it's just being here in the presence of our Lord as he resides in the tabernacle, whether it's us entering into that holy sacrifice of the Mass, or whether it is us receiving his body, blood, soul, and divinity in Holy Communion. There are so many graces. It is so powerful just to be here in the presence of our Lord. The Lord always wants us to deepen our relationship with him. And it is there in the Eucharist that we find him, in his fullness, his body, blood, soul, and divinity. And he's always asking us to dive deeper into that relationship. And as we come here today to celebrate, this great solemnity of the precious blood of and the most holy body and blood of our Lord, it is a perfect day for us to ask for that grace, for him to help deepen our relationship with the most holy Eucharist, to help us realize more that it is not just mere bread, mere wine, but it is the body, blood, soul, and divinity of our Lord. Asking for that grace, reminding ourselves so that this does not just become something that we check off a box on Sunday, but it's something that we want to come to, something that we cannot live without, reminding of how powerful it is just to be in the presence of our Lord, how powerful it is to enter into that most holy sacrifice of the Mass, how powerful it is to receive our Lord in the Eucharist. Let us thank the Lord today for this great gift of humility, of giving himself to us in the Eucharist, in his body, blood, soul, and divinity.